discussion or action on approval of minutes from Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. I'll ask for motion to approve.
Approved.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion on the minutes? No discussion, closed discussion. All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Now, on the marshal report, Commander, Marshal Pro Tem, what do you go by today?
Bob's fine with me, Mr. Mayor.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Turn your microphone on if you wouldn't mind, sir.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr.
Kathy,
Mayor.
can you hear me?
Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here. So, in all honesty, the Marshal's report is not very extensive. It's been a very quiet month, with the exception of the obvious car crash on Camino San Rafael. That investigation is still ongoing. Just so everyone knows that blood work is to the DPS crime lab. That takes anywhere between 6 months and a year, and it could, there's no guarantee on when that's done. But that investigation is still ongoing, and I can't really share that much about that investigation in public forum because that would compromise the integrity of the investigation. I am concerned about some reports within the community about some rumors about deputies prohibiting people from rendering life-saving care and some of those kinds of rumors. That's not accurate. We have the body camera footage. If any of you want to view that, I welcome that on an individual basis. But I assure you everything was done up to speed and with the assistance of the Cochise County Sheriff's Office using their $100,000 Leica scanner. It's a very good investigation. So that it's the traffic collision. What's funny is I think the week preceding that, Councilwoman Ritz had complained to me about speeders on Camino San Rafael, and it was that very week. And we had had some conversations with the Tombstone Marshal's Office about creating a zero tolerance policy on Camino San Rafael to try and prevent and deter speeding. That has been effective. Our citizen advisory group reports that they've noticed diminished speeding on Camino San Rafael. They also had a very good meeting a couple of weeks ago where they discussed increased police presence in targeted areas that they brought to my concern, and they seem to be happy with that. And the people that come to them and the people that come to the council here have not heard any request for deviation in that practice. But if you all want something different, please let me know. As far as the regular marshal's report, I honestly have nothing. We issued 10 parking violations within the month of April. It's pretty quiet. We're still fully staffed. We had a very good training in April. It's called Struggle Well. One of my main focuses with the Cochise County Sheriff's Office is to build resiliency programs within the Sheriff's Office for employees. To put it into perspective, a normal citizen will be subjected to 4 to 6 catastrophic incidents in their entire lifetime. The average police officer is subjected to between 500 and 800 critical incidents that alter someone's life within their lifetime. So as a result of that, the Sheriff's Office brought in a lot of programs to try and address resiliency and mental wellness within that. And 2 years ago, we brought down a company called Boulder Press, who actually has Sonoda. And within that program, they have a 5-day Struggle Well program. And I'm pleased to report that everyone that has attended that class say that it's a life-changing event. And it's just amazing. They wish that they would have had this training within the academy. And the bolts and nuts of it is essentially if you could, at 50 years old, when you go to your doctor and they say, hey, you have high blood pressure, you're diabetic, you have all these comorbidity issues, if you could rewind the tape and go back 30 years and get on a good diet and exercise routinely, you wouldn't have to have that catastrophic conversation in your 50s. The same thing is true about your mental wellness. If you embrace good wellness practices and resiliency programs from the front end, you are most likely to recover when, not if, when you are subjected to a life-changing event that a lot of people are not bounced back from. So that is a major focus of mine. We had a deputy attend that training this month. It's a week long, and she loved it, and we're going to continue to send deputies to that. The next one's scheduled in June. Other than that, I don't have really anything else to report.
Thank you, Commander Marshall. Does anybody have any questions?
I do. I thank you for that service with the speeding. I have received several comments back on the positive and the effectiveness of it, so that's wonderful. I did want to question you regarding you said the parking tickets, and this might be something for us to address as a council, and I don't know where that fits, but I've had several complaints about RVs parking on side streets when they stick out blocking traffic. And I know we have clearly posted signs that say no RV parking overnight. I don't know if we're required to have something that says when you park, you can't stick out into the road of traffic, or how do we handle it like that?
My recommendation is, if you see something like that, call the marshal's office. Make sure they're aware of it, they go and cite the individual that's got the traffic blocked by a slide out or whatever it is. But there is no overnight parking on the streets. They can't fix it if they don't.
No, I understand that, and we have been notifying the marshal's office, but somebody did point out to me, why don't we have signs that say no RV parking here? I don't know if that's required, so.
Where are you specifically talking about?
Like on the side streets, maybe Fifth Street and
Which
then
street?
Sixth Street. So the two instances that were brought to my attention was Fifth Street and Sixth Street, where the RV stuck out, so a car couldn't go through, they had to go around the RV.
Pulling in forward.
Right.
Yes, that's parallel parking there, and for some reason, everybody thinks we can pull in front of us, but this is Tombstone, even though they say it's parallel parking. So you may want to consider having the guys make sure that parallel parking is adhered to, and to cite anybody that's not adhered to it. And they do it because they say it saves more, there's more parking places, so it also makes it, as you pointed out, it's a hazardous issue. And we should have the people need to park over the parking lot. We have plenty of parking lots.
Mr. Mayor, is to Councilwoman Witz's point, is there signage saying parallel parking only there? Because if not, it'd be obstructing a public thoroughfare, which is actually a criminal offense.
I will check, make sure somebody didn't on their own take it down, but we'll look in the morning and make sure that the signs are still up and legible.
Yeah, some of your constituents may be upset if we start slinging out class 2 misdemeanor obstructing a public thoroughfare citations, because that's what it would be if it's not a normal parking lot.
Right.
Yes, sir. But I'm happy to work with the council on.
Yeah, I believe on 4th Street it is parallel, but on 6th Street it's diagonal, so that causes some problems.
Well, they started parking diagonal, but I think there's signs that says parallel parking only from one end to the other, unless they changed it without my knowledge.
The other concern is the parking that's done for the commercial area and how we reserve for commercial parking. So people are parking their cars there, getting no place for the delivery trucks to park. And this is primarily on 5th Street, on that corner by the Oriental, I believe. It's all assigned for commercial parking, and vehicles are parking there, so then the commercial truck has to block the roadway.
That, there again, it's well marked that it's loading zone only. And not only there, but down at Third now, we're having the same problem, people parking in the loading zone. So if they could just make sure that people are not, we don't have to write a citation, just tell me you can't park here.
Mr. Mayor, the day shift deputy, specifically Deputy DeFore, which was just turned into the guy that just loves walking the strip, we can absolutely have them check on this, so I'll get with Deputy DeFore on it.
Thank you. Anything else?
Sorry, one more thing, the weight limit did we ever address anything related to that? Because I did receive more complaints about that happening.
The weight limit is set by Cochise County Road. So whatever the weight limit is for Cochise County, now, correct me if I'm wrong, Commander, but that's an ingress egress for Cochise County right away.
If you're talking about leasing, yes, Mr. Mayor. And it should be 15 tons, 15,000 or 15 tons? I
It
guess.
said 15 ton for.
15 tons, which is, 30,000 tons.
So for us to, so in all honesty, if you were to start slinging criminal citations, because that's what that would be, you would have to find some way of doing a study on the road, I believe, off of policing. So if you were to enforce it off of, San Rafael, you'd have to do a study to make sure that that's the same. And I think I reported to the email from Jackie Watkins, but the main thing is, and I'm just gonna be honest with you, I have never dealt with weight enforcement. That's more of an ADOT thing, right? Like they do it at the checkpoints and everything else. So we'd have to have a scale and some other stuff. I think that a good answer would be that in the course of deputies patrolling those high traffic areas, that they pay attention to commercial vehicles on that area. But as far as, I guess what I'm trying to say is that for us to actually legitimately target weight enforcement on that road, it's going to be pretty expensive with portable scales and stuff like that. And if you want me to do that, I can check into it.
No.
No, I understand that.
No, we experienced this with Charleston Road. And then I negotiated with the county and they took responsibility for Charleston Road up to Sumner Street. And then Place we took Gleason Road, or I'm sorry, Shepherd Road. So what we might do is get with the county and see if they will help take responsibility for us. And we can't do it with engineering study and bringing the scales and that just cost prohibitive. So I will work on that and let you know what I come up with. But anything else?
No, thank you.
All right. Okay. Nothing? Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We get our satellite thing set up? Hey, Marshall, we get our phone stuff?
The phone, the satellite, the truck, I think they're still working on it.
No.
I can check. We check.
All right, and nothing else?